The celebration of the 4th anniversary of Iguobazuwa Progressive Minds, which held at Ovial Southwest Local Government Area Council Office, with the theme Leveraging on the Economic Potential of Having Banks in Ovial Southwest Local Government Area. The event, which had some high-ranking personalities present, including His Royal Highness Patrick E. Igminidu, the Iyase of Udo, who was also the chairman of the event, His Royal Highness Olugbe II, the Olu Arure of Hussein, the Ojanwere of Iguobazuwa, Pa Edward Edoga Yobare, and the executive chairman of Ovial Southwest Local Government Council, Edosa Enogowema. The chairman of the Iguobazuwa Progressive Minds, Mr. Elvis Osayenko Esazemide, who was represented by his deputy, Mr. Luka Dogbeni, in a speech addressed some of the pressing issues, such as the establishment of the bank. Going further, he stressed the economic potential of the community. He also pointed out the population of Yovel Southwest, which is projected to exceed 250,000 in 2024, there is every need for the establishment of an industrial institution, and also called for collaboration to kickstart the journey. In the keynote address delivered by Professor Frederick Osaroy Kaisi from the Department of Microbiology, Faculty of Life Sciences in the University of Benin, emphasized that the youth be empowered with the right educational and entrepreneurial skills needed to prosper the community, while also highlighting the economic benefits of banks in Ovial Southwest Local Government Area, as it will require vision, determination, and collaboration to bring it to fruition. I am Omoriyi Heru Oluwaseifumi Catherine, and I am reporting for Oberland Television.
Worldwide members donated 304,000 naira to purchase items for the less privileged in Iguobazuwa. Furthermore, 50,000 naira was donated to support the medical care of Mr. Osaze Ada, who was injured in an accident and still requires special assistance. We are grateful to the Iguobazuwa community for gifting IBM Worldwide a plot of land for our administrative multipurpose building. We appeal to all indigenous supporters and invited guests to support us as we launch the organization's administrative law.
People that talk about economic growth in the community, not how to share, not how to play money. Economic growth in the community. You are bringing everyone back here. You call it us here. You call it from Hussein. You call it from Udo. You call it from Mbawo. That means you never think about the same. You say one thing, let's start from one place. That is also my style. We will start from one place. When we have a step, we will not think about the next step. If the distance too far from the other people, we see how we have to walk about it.
The motto, think of what you give to yourself. Think of what you give to your family, the community, the local government, as FDA is doing, and the state, and Nigeria. And think with that, we move forward. I want to appreciate every one of us for this opportunity to come together and listen to ourselves, and we hope to enjoy this session. Thank you for this.
You can see it's the administrative headquarters. If you go around, there are some areas that the government and the community need to come together and collaborate and see how they can make the livelihood of this place more meaningful. So for the state government, and they know for sure, all things being equal, that we are already working on something that will lighten up the community. Because this headquarters is one of the oldest headquarters in the Federation, from the then Ekovia, even before they created Bende State. So for us, it's a clarion call for us, the indigenous of this place. Even while I was a local government chairman, I tried to influence banking institution. There is saying in the local palace that a finger cannot remove lice from the head. So I was just standing alone. So hopefully, and I do hope that the present local government chairman will be able to do something, by collaborating with other, segment of government to see how they can influence the banking institution.
Yeah, I see the group so interesting, and the launching, it worth it because it's a long-term program, which is going to take a long time for them to develop on it. And their motion, the reasons of this launching of we all coming here today, is one of those things we have been a very big problem in Ovia as a whole. Apart from Okada, that is done by our chief Igbinedion, the Iguobazuwa that's supposed to be the headquarters, there is no bank. In Nusen, there is no bank. I mean, Udo and so many areas like that, there's no bank. So if we want to go to bank, we go to Benin before we can transact any business. And if you think about the population also in Iguobazuwa, in Nusen, in Udo, it's not small. So if there is any reason why any bank does not want to come to Ovia for any transaction, then that is why these IPM now are now ready to now fish out what is the more important, what is the reason why they are not having the interest to come to.
Because when the government and the people work in collaboration, development is bound to come. So what IPM is doing is not a challenge to government, but rather contributing their own quota, to stirring up discussion around a very significant subject, which is the absence of a commercial bank in Iguobazuwa. So I want to commend IPM for this, and I also want to appreciate them, for putting themselves all out to also contribute their quota to the development of Iguobazuwa, and by extension, the entire local government. In the course of the discussion, I did give an insight into what government is doing. I mean, the local government, what we have been doing to also ensure that there is a bank, a commercial bank in Iguobazuwa. And we have identified one key factor, which is the factor that borders around security. And today I've also been able to tell them that security is everybody's business. And as an NGO and as a people in the local government, the whole government has a responsibility to also collaborate with us to ensure that we have security architecture put in place and working to ensure that there is peace, there is security for these banks to come in. So they've seen what we are doing, just like the reintroduction of the army base, the bringing in of 2 tactical teams by the Commissioner of Police, and the coordination of the vigilante in the entire local government. So these are some of the things we are putting in place to ensure that the place is safe for a bank to come in.
So interesting, and the launching, it worth it because it's a long-term program, which is going to take a long time for them to develop on it. And their motion, the reasons of this launching of we all coming here today, is one of those things we have been a very big problem in Ovia as a whole. Apart from Okada, that is done by our chief Igbinedion, the Iguobazuwa that's supposed to be the headquarters, there is no bank. In Nusen, there is no bank. I mean, Udo and so many areas like that, there's no bank. So if we want to go to bank, we go to Benin before we can transact any business. And if you think about the population also in Iguobazuwa, in Nusen, in Udo, it's not small. So if there is any reason why any bank does not want to come to Ovia for any transaction, then that is why these IPM now are now ready to now fish out what is the more important, what is the reason why they are not having the interest to come to Iguobazuwa. I really appreciate it.